Hi guys. You have been learning about Kotlin a bit. In some previous videos, the previous sections maybe, and as we cover Kotlin syntax and how we can create classes, objects, variables, and all of that in Kotlin. One more thing that once we delve a little deeper into Kotlin is a little important to understand is about the Kotlin Java interop, which basically means is how does when we write code in Kotlin and when we run it on the JVM, or when we run it like a Java program, or when we run it inside an Android app, what does it look like, and how does it interact with the Java code? Now, at the outset, I must say that Kotlin is of course an independent language, and although originally Kotlin was made in such a way that Kotlin could be compiled into Java bytecode and it would run on only the Java virtual machine, Kotlin has since evolved in the last many years, and you can actually compile Kotlin into JavaScript, so that you can write front-end web applications with Kotlin as well, which is called Kotlin/JS. And you can also write Kotlin which is compiled into native code, and you can directly create like an exe file, for example, for Windows directly from Kotlin code. It would not need the Java runtime executable to run. But both of those are kind of new, and it's experimental, and the maximum usage that we do of Kotlin is in Android and in Java based backend projects. So in most of the environments that you would be using Kotlin code, you would actually be using it as part of a Java project, right? So you'd have a big Java project, there's going to be some Java files, there might be some Kotlin files, and you might be using Kotlin because it has better syntax, but essentially it would still be running on a Java based virtual machine. And when that happens, it could also be that some files are Java in your project and some files are Kotlin, and how these two interact with each other is really important to understand. And also, like when you write a line of code in Kotlin, what is the equivalent line of code in Java? That is also important to understand. So most of the things that we write in Kotlin, they have an equivalent syntax existing in Java as well. Sometimes the Java syntax is much longer and more complicated and more verbose, so that's why we prefer Kotlin. Okay, so that's what we will cover actually in this section, which is the Kotlin Java interop section, and we'll be seeing our Kotlin code and we'll compare it with the corresponding or equivalent Java code, and we'll also write some Java files and Kotlin files, and we'll make them interact with each other and see how that works. Okay,